Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval in Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. Picks up the first down. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Well, it's an electrifying run, and you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker into his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Looking for space, it's Woollyhead.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
The give on the option. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
They'll move the wide receiver. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Willingham. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gators can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw it. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Gonna swing it on second down. Swings it out to his running back. Still on his feet at the 40. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. From the shotgun, the inside give. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Dogs will try to move the chains on fourth down. Gets the back moving. On the move. Fights off the defender. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. Fourth down, go time, got to make a play. Locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He makes the catch. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It's
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that is a massive momentum-shifting play that completely flips the field. Offense is in the red zone. Bad decision, poor throw. It gets picked off. And how about the return all the way back to the opponent's red zone? That was incredible.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. A 1st down run in the red zone. Max going for the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over Nebraska. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
On the double. 42 Spider.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Flowers. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Both both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He uncorks one deep. Soft spot in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Willihan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Gators want to crank the tempo. It's complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Got it!
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Bolden finds his man on the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Good timing on the quick out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Got his man on the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
My old coach said you'll never grow broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Got a little space. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on third down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Goes to the option. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And he's going to go backwards, and they force a fourth down. What a play by this defensive front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Dogs will come to the line to convert on fourth down.
Here we go, here we go.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the set. Hornet. Jack Rabbit.
Wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
I like this coaching staff scheming fade routes out in the field. We're so used now in college football to seeing those throws only down in the end zone. But, hey, you've got a lot of green grass to throw to. Press man coverage gives you the opportunity. Take the shot.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. Spinderella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gators in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Unloads quickly. Touchdown, Florida! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They want that clock to run. Can't get him to the ground. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.